On July 6, 1946, George W. Bush was born in New Haven, Connecticut. He was the oldest of 6 children. He grew up in the Texan cities of Midland and Houston. He studied at Yale and Harvard before joining the Air Force. Bush joined the Air Force in 1968 on May 27th. He served until he was discharged on May 26, 1974. He left the Air Force as a first lieutenant. Bush volunteered for several projects, including a political campaign. Bush met and married Laura Lane in Midland, Texas. In 1981, their twin daughters, Jenna and Barbara, were born. Before beginning in politics, Bush worked in the oil industry. He moved to Washington, D.C. in 1988 while helping in his father's campaign. Following in his family's tradition of public service, he made his first run for a political office to be U.S. Representative of the 19th District in Texas. Bush's parents were actually quite surprised when they heard he was running for governor, but they were proud of him for trying to do something good for his community, no matter what it was. He didn't win, but in 1994, he was elected the 46th governor of Texas. He won re-election in 1998, becoming the first governor in Texas history to be elected for 2 four-year terms. Bush focused on acts like the No Child Left Behind Act, but when 9/11 happened, he quote-unquote changed. In response to the 9/11 attacks, when 2 planes crashed into the Twin Towers, he declared a war on terror and sent American troops to invade Afghanistan. Bush gave a speech talking to all of the Americans affected by the attacks.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong.
After the invasion on Afghanistan, Bush decided to run for president again, but this time had very few supporters because people no longer believed he could be a good president. Bush had to face the truth. He was no longer liked and was considered a failure in the eyes of others. He lost the campaign that year, losing to Barack Obama. But everyone knew that he served his country for many, many years, and he was proud of it too.